We rolling, Bryce?
We're rolling.
Hello, my name's... I'd like to introduce some friends of mine. Jules Scott Key, drums. Joshua Winstead, bass. James Shaw, guitar. Emily Haynes, vocals. Together they are Metric. We join them in the midst of the beautiful struggle to complete their fourth and most difficult album. Vancouver, beautiful British Columbia, in the thick of it, mixing their new record. A project that's taken them over a year and a half to write and record. But in this final phase of the process, something's not right. Rock and roll is full of myth, most of it bullshit. Here's a story that may one day be the stuff of legend.
Daddy.
Metric have stopped the final mix of their record in the Vancouver studio.
Daddy, you there?
What to do now?
Yeah, how's it going?
Hey, how's it
How's
going?
it going?
Pretty good. I'm tired from this flight, but I'm alright. Tired from this flight, but I'm alright.
What are your thoughts?
Okay,
What's going on?
so here's what I'm thinking this is what I know. I love the record. That is not the mix.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the mix is,
No,
but it's not that.
It just sounds wrong. It doesn't, like when we were in Giant, it sounded great, and I had full faith and confidence. I still do, but I want to move forward in the way like we put so much work into it already. Let's continue on with the right direction. You know what I mean? Pull the plug on the wrong direction. Continue on with the right direction. You know what I mean? The right direction. You know what I mean? Right direction. You know what I mean?
I'm at a loss as to who to get to help us. Like, I feel a bit like we need to be rescued. Like, let's figure out.
The perfect person we could do, we could talk to John again. We could go to John O'Mahony. You guys come to New York, hang out in New York, work with John for a little bit. Either just play him the mixes we have.
John O'Mahony. Oh, money. That's a great idea. I love it. I love it. Let's just get him on the phone, and that's great, because it gives me an excuse to go to New York, because he doesn't like to leave New York.
Do you want to talk to him? Give him a call? Bring it up.
Yeah, I'll call him. So, okay, perfect. So I can't tell if it's like Vancouver or timing or Vancouver or I feel like I know I love this record. What we heard in that mix is not what the record needs to be, you know? I'll get in touch with him, we'll sort it out, and with any luck, I'll be in New York in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, thanks, Joshy.
Right.
I knew.
Sometimes it's just a hunch, gut instinct, or good old emotional radar. Real artists take big stock in those sneaky feelings. In this case, Metric agreed and acted upon their instincts, and against economic wisdom, got out of Dodge and headed back to New York City, the place where the band was born, to find the sweet spot they desperately needed to finish the most important record of their career.
Born in New Delhi, India, and raised in Peterborough, Ontario, with extended family in the United States, Emily Haynes grew up as a dual citizen.
By her teens, she
the daughter of poet Paul Haynes, Haynes distributed in 1996 an early effort called Hot Interview, double.
She would later collaborate
Shortly before this, UK-born James Shaw was a student at Boston Music School and was friends with Cormac Campbell, a vocalist who later was training with stars like Chris Hay, and knew that his
Shortly before this, UK-born James
I saw Metric at the Government. I believe it was their last show here. We went to see them, and it was a big crowd, lots of people.
I remember I was in the print studio at my university, and someone was playing Soft Rock Star, and it was wonderful, and that was it. When I was printing, doing my lithographic work, I just listened to that.
I guess the first time I'd heard a few things about them on the internet. Then a friend of mine suggested, I should check out Monster Hospital and then Dead Disco, and I was like, oh, this is really rocking. It's good satirical stuff. Makes loose social commentary that
how stuff
that
grows
they
on
shroud
you.
with a little bit of
Like
smoke and
Man's
mirrors
amazing.
around, but
In love
not
with
so
them
much
since
straightforward. And that's what really appeals to me. I don't like stuff that's like, oh, this is in your face. This is how I feel about it, and really interpret it. But then I heard the song Hustle.
Bittersweet, like
and I heard that live.
dark lyrics and mixed with really dancey, pop, edgy. It's fantastic. I saw them at Beat Fest a couple of years ago. Doing vocals, Jimmy Shaw on guitar.
They're awesome live.
Joshua Winstead.
There's something to her. There's like some, I don't know what it is, what you call it, charisma. Like, she's just a very soulful individual on the stage. There's something that just comes out in her when she's performing. I don't know what you call that exactly, but you know, there's a presence on the stage.
It was really cool.
Sure.
I was a little apprehensive at first. I mean, I was just been introduced to the band maybe a month before, listened to a few songs, and then it's quick and poppy songs, catchy stuff that.
Before that, I seen them at the Docks. That was an amazing show. I got to hug
you can easily remember the lyrics.
Upstairs in the VIP,
really
it was sick. Favorite memory.
That song.
And yeah.
It's like a rush of emotion that really.
It's probably, I don't know if it's my favorite.
Yeah.
I have lots of favorites.
More so than probably anyone else. Like when you're with a smaller crowd, you either have
on stage and on top of that,
a complete hush.
With the music.
I saw her music video poster for a girl.
Something that I find to be very
Much music, and I had no idea what it was, but
for me,
it
when I
was
listened to that song,
one of the most
it was like
incredible
the rest,
music videos I'd seen. I just started
and
to.
it was just me and the music, and that's how I felt the first time I heard that song.
Emily, James, Josh and Jules reassembled in New York to mix their album, hopefully with John O'Mahony. There were of course obligations and gigs to play before they could get down to it. Homecoming. Spirits were high. But the plan for the final mix of the record was still up in the air.
First time I ever heard of Metric was from a demo that they made in their home studio. I was seeing this girl who got it from one of James and Emily's roommates in that zoo of a loft they were living in. I've been playing with a lot of people in Brooklyn at the time, listening to demos and all that stuff, so doing the music thing. And but listening to theirs over and over and over again, it felt like, okay, let's go check these guys out.
I was living on the south side of the Williamsburg, which was not, I want to say it was a little less hip. Jules and I ended up living in an actual underground club that would open up like on Saturday, Sunday nights. At like
Those guys were living in this place that was so scary, actually. It was like, our place was industrial, but their place was really industrial, like where you walk up the stairs and it's like a hole into the abyss. Right. So, and then they were doing like kind of the same thing as us. They were playing around and with different people and working day jobs. And
well, I mean, it was this crazy big place, and somehow I ended up with the lease. And through a series of seriously bizarre events, like as an example, like me driving the landlord's father and double parking his Cadillac on Queens Boulevard while he went to the dentist for 45 minutes. Like I worked so hard to get that loft, it was completely insane. And then when I finally got it, you know, all of these broke-ass musicians moved in, and there was Chris and Torque from Stars that had a room, and Nick from the AAS had a room who wasn't in the AAS at that point, and like they hadn't even started yet, and there were all these other musicians